Alright, hello young scholars, this is Mr. Granlund. I'm going to show you how to do some birch trees in winter. I know it's summer out, we're going to do some birch trees in winter anyway. And we're going to use watercolor in a very special way. And the technique we're going to do on the first day is called wet into wet. Okay, so the first step is I want to mask out or use tape and put in a bunch of trees. So I'm going to start with some tape and then I'm going to rip it the long way. Just like this. Now these are going to become the tree trunks. And if you don't get it all in one tear, that's okay. Just keep trying. We're going to need about 3 or 4 pieces of tape, about 8 inches long, and these are going to become the tree trunks. So I'm going to go ahead and stand them up here, and I'm going to put them at all kinds of different angles. Alright, now that I have them all taped down, I'm going to make my horizon line. So I'm going to get out my small brush here. I'm going to wet it. And I want my horizon line, that's where everything vanishes. I want it to go all the way across the page. It can be lumpy and bumpy. And I'm going to do it in just a little bit of color. Maybe I'll do some yellow. So I get the water. And I use a light color so that it doesn't take away from the painting, and just a real lightly. Now everything above the line I'm going to make wet with the big brush. So I can put the little brush aside, get out my big brush. I'm going to start with just water. I'm going to dab it, so dip and dab the brush. And I'm going to paint with water, and I stay above the line here. And this is called wet into wet, because I'm going to paint the area, make it wet first, and then I'm going to take wet paint and put it into that wet area, and it's going to do some pretty cool magical things. Okay, now brushes. There's a secret technique that artists use. It's called dip the tip. So just dip the tip, dip the tip, just dip the tip. We're going to dip the tip, and we're going to get a whole range of colors. And I'm just going to do splotches. I'm going to put, and you can do this any way that you want. We're just going to put a splotch here. Rinse it off, wipe it off, and we're going to put a splotch there. Rinse it off. And I'm going to just fill this up with splotches. I'm not being too careful. Just splotchy, splotchy, splotchy. I got a little down there, and that's okay. A little splotch up there. And just dipping the tip. A little splotch in the corner. Maybe a little splotch there. Now because it's wet into wet, what we can do is we can pick the paper up and we can let the colors run together. We can see that the colors are bleeding because everything's wet, so all the colors kind of bleed together a little bit as I tip it around. You know what? I'm going to stick some more color in there. And I was just looking at this thinking to myself, yeah, I could use some more green in there. And again, no wrong answers. It's nice to keep it nice and splotchy that way. Let the colors bleed. Alright, now we're going to add a secret ingredient, salt. I get a little handful of salt and I just pinch and drop it in there. You're going to have that all over. What that's going to look like is it's going to look like a really cool, colorful, snowy sky. Now, if you should get done early, which might happen, you could spend some time maybe putting some shadows at the bottoms of your tree. And to do that, we just get a little bit of blue. You can use a small brush or a big brush. We're gonna go the same direction. So we're gonna go down and to the left.